I was at a yard sale one day. Then this one doll caught my eye. It was a doll with a white dress, and it looked like it was a bride doll. I went out to the car to see what it looked like up close. And the doll looked pretty harmless. So I looked at the seller, and I said, "How much is this?" The seller said that it was only $2. I thought it wasn't that bad. Not bad for a doll, that is. I went ahead and bought it, put it right behind my car, and drove away. Then when I got home, I got the doll out of my trunk and put it on a display case. It kind of fit the room very well. But then, this is where things started getting a little strange. One night, 1 a.m., I started hearing giggling and sometimes knocking on the glass of the display case. I usually wake up to see what it is. I usually turn on the light, look out in the hallway, but there's nothing there. I look around the display case, and everything seemed to be fine, only the doll looked like it moved a little bit. It was like, it's not the way I set the doll. I opened the display case, set the doll back up to the way it was again, then closed the display case and went back to sleep. The next morning, everything was fine. I checked on the doll once more just to see if everything's okay with it and see if it moved again, but thankfully it didn't move. Well, in the daytime it doesn't move. Next night, 2 o'clock a.m., I was waken up by the sound of a loud scream. I instantly wake up, jump off my bed, and turn on the light to see what it was. And there was nothing there. I looked around, nothing there. I looked in the display case where the doll was, and the display case, the door, it was open. I widened my eyes in fear. I looked around for where the doll was at, and somehow it was laying against the wall, looking right at me. I instantly picked up the doll, put it back in the display case, and locked it. I was getting scared at this moment. I couldn't even sleep in my own room anymore. So I got out of my room, went down to the living room, turned on the TV, covered up, and fell asleep. The next morning when I woke up, I went back up to my room, and I saw the doll was still there, still in place. It hasn't even moved. I sighed in relief that maybe it was just all a nightmare and it just didn't really happen. I closed the door on my room, went down to go on the computer and do my work. And after that, I went out for a minute to get some errands. And as soon as I came back home, this really feared me the most. That I'll never forget. The doll was out the hallway again. It was leaning on the wall. And I seen a writing on the wall. It was written in blood. It said, "Leave now or I will kill you." My eyes widened in fear. I quickly grabbed the doll, ran downstairs, put it in the trash can, and shut the door and locked it. I cleaned up the wall, and I was wondering how it got the blood. I sniffed it, and it was actually blood. I don't even know where it came from, and I don't even want to know. Next night, it was 3 a.m. I was in my room again, able to sleep, finally, until a noise woke me up. I heard knocking down the steps. I woke up, hearing knocking noises. Thunk, 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 over and over and over again. I went out to my door of my room, opened it, and I seen the doll was just standing there right in front of my door. I was shaking. I was scared to see that doll again. Quickly grabbed the doll, took a picture of it, and sold it on eBay for $10. I didn't care what the shippings were. I didn't care about anything. I just wanted this doll gone. So the buyers went over to my house. They picked it up, and they seen how scared I was. And they were a little suspicious and told me if I was okay. I said, I'm fine. Just take the doll. I don't want it. Just take it. The buyers shrugged it off and they left. I sighed in relief to finally know that doll was gone and out of my life. I never want to see that doll again, even though I feel kind of bad already that I sold it to someone else. But I'm just happy it's not with me anymore.